Now, the National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress, headed by its national chairman, Abdullahi Adamu, has met with the party's state chairman to discuss, among other things, the rescheduled National Caucus and National Executive Committee meetings of the party. The meeting, which was postponed to Tuesday and Wednesday next week, had been originally scheduled to hold this week. The chairman of APC in Cross River State, Alphonsus Eba, told journalists after Monday's meeting that all the talk about the crisis in the party should be totally ignored.
We have to get together, and if it is not, probably will give us two nominees from each zone. The formation of the conflict resolution in the constitution of the party is clearly stated. It's my responsibility as chairman of the NWC, and I want, in consultation with my colleagues at that level, we want to consult with you to give you also an opportunity to make nominations.
If you have been following the itinerary of Mr. President, he is presently not in the country and is expected back again and to proceed for another journey, and that the NWC amply informed us, and that is what necessitated the postponement. And let me let you know, this is a moment where rumors and blackmail can thrive. But as a party, there is only one APC. And we came again in solidarity to say we are strongly behind our national chairman and the National Working Committee.
Well, it's the turn of the man in the eye of the storm to join and make sense of all that is going on and the situation in the ruling All Progressives Congress. I'm now being joined online by the national chairman of the party, Senator Abdullahi Adamu. Good to see you, and thanks for your time, Chairman Adamu. Quickly here, a lot of party members and Nigerians are excited to see that you are here today to speak on a sundry of issues. First, let us in on what exactly is happening in your party since after the leadership of the National Assembly were chosen.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you and to share our thoughts with fellow Nigerians. As far as we are concerned, as a National Working Committee and with the privileged position of being the chairman of the National Working Committee of our great party, we made very simple statement when we were informed, not by the Senate itself or House of Representatives itself, that they had conducted their nomination for the principal officers of the two chambers. Now, we have been misrepresented since that incident, since the interview or since the meeting I had with the executive governors of the ruling party, what we call progressive governors. Misrepresented because we did not discuss the election or nomination of the principal officers. What was in contention was the way and manner it was handled by way of communication to the public. One, they were supposed to report first to the National Working Committee, my office, if they had some preferences. Over and above that, once we are in possession of certain canvassed positions with regards to these principal officers, we will, as a National Working Committee, communicate to both chambers to say the position of the party is hereby given to you, ABC, D. Now, instead of them getting it from us at the end of the day, we ended up getting it from them. So they reversed the role for the presentation to the public as to what is or what represents the leadership of the APC in those two chambers. That was just it. And we faulted their doing so in all sincerity and without any prejudice whatsoever. I have been privileged to be a member of the Senate of the Federal Republic for 11 years. I was in my 12th year when I was nominated, in the convention to become the president, the chairman of the ruling party. And we have standard procedures for doing these things. And when it was faulted, we expected that we will get a fair representation as to what actually has happened. Instead of that, what we had were fault finding, or I was quoted to say the things I didn't say. I didn't say I was challenging, how they got elected or how they got nominated by their colleagues. It was simply that of the fact that the standing practice is that we will communicate to the leadership of both chambers who had emerged. All right? That's why they are called a leader in the chamber, or deputy leader in the chamber, or any of the other, two officers that will work under the elected chair and deputy chair of the Senate, or president of the Senate and the deputy president, Senate president. This was not the case. Now, because of the way we were reported in a meeting that we held with the executive governors of states, the misrepresentation traveled further and faster than we could ever imagine. But a day or two after that, I had opportunity to meet with the president, Commander-in-Chief, President Abdullahi Tinubu, GSFR, and I did share with him what transacted with me and my members, my colleagues of the National Working Committee, and what exactly happened when the governors visited. And then we discussed it over, and that was just it. When I came out of the villa, I issued a statement. And I have not changed my words since I made the statement to date. And I see that the matters have been rested, and we're enjoying very good relationship with the National Assembly, both chambers of the National Assembly. And there's nothing in contention at this point in time anymore. Somehow, there are those who are very interested in carrying on and on and on and making capital out of, the issues that were discussed, so to say. I think, while I appreciate the right of Nigerians, no matter their calling, to take interest in what is happening with the National Assembly, the fact remains that let us not give so much precedence to misrepresentation. Let's limit ourselves to what exactly is happening, what we have seen, what we've heard. So that was just what happened, and
okay.
As far as I'm concerned, but for this question, it's over as far as we're concerned, the National Working Committee and the Secretariat of the APC.
Okay, Senator Adamu, but again, some of the key concerns of your party, it's a good thing you've actually been able to clear these, but some National Working Committee members have been speaking and saying that you actually spoke and you have been speaking for yourself, and they distance themselves from you. Quickly, let us in on the alleged visit by the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and Speaker Tajuddin Abbas. They said they visited you in Kefi and informed you about the selection of majority of officers of the National Assembly. How true is that?
To save you the trouble, I made that statement clearly when the governors visited me. I told them I received the President of the Senate and his deputy in my residence on Saturday. And they did indicate what they would prefer to see, and I listened to them. Even if I had an opinion on what they told me, I owe my colleagues a duty to get back to them if we are going to communicate the position of the NWC, it must be NWC and not Abdullahi Adamu alone. And the following day, the speaker, the deputy, also visited me in Kefi, my house. And it was big. Probably we had lunch together in my house, as we did with the Senate President and the deputy and those people were in their entourage. And I expected that knowing what will happen or what must happen, we have to communicate from the party secretariat the persons that were so nominated to take those various positions. Instead of that, we just had like a rumor that it's been done and it's been announced, during plenary. And once something goes to plenary, you have to handle it with care. And that's exactly what we try to do.
The essence of this conversation is to see how much Hold it. You are talking of some members. You've been saying this in the print media and the electronic media. I've been hearing this, some members. And you would never disclose who are these members. Let me come clear on this. First, Saliu Lukman, who is the vice chairman Northwest of your party, has constantly accused you of running a one-man show. So have you been able to carry him along?
My brother, Saliu Lukman, has attended until just the last one or two meetings of the National Working Committee, has attended meetings. And once you attend a meeting and you have the privilege of expressing yourself on any issue in discussion, by the time a decision is taken by the majority, you are bound by it, so, the principle of collective responsibility, whether it's Lukman or anybody for that matter. You cannot be part of a meeting if a position is taken, and then you go and try to be the all-knowing person, the all-democratic person, the all everything in one. All that your colleagues have done comes to nothing as far as you are concerned, and you want your view and your view only to predominate. If my view cannot predominate as chairman, why will it be justifiable for the views of any of the other members of the single one of them predominate over the view that we have taken collectively? This man you call Lukman, he's our member. We came into the National Working Committee same day from the same convention. This is one office, or one of the offices, that is not elected by everybody in the convention. Normally, some of this national vice chairman, there are 6 of them, one for each political zone. And what happens is that is an allocation, block allocation, and those leadership, what they call the members of the convention, delegates of convention, led by the various governors in states where we have governors, and the leadership of the party where we don't have governors. They come and they get this allocation, and it is for them to go in as individual zones to now share. Almost every state has some national office allocated to it. And when they put their allocations together, they now come and do a presentation. And it happened that the office of the National Vice Chairman Northwest was given to Lukman. I didn't know Lukman from Adam until we met. I have no prejudice whatsoever. And I say it between me, my conscience, and my God. I never knew him ever. I never read about him ever until we met. This was February 26th when we had the National Convention. By April, May, he had already taken a position. He was already criticizing, us. He was criticizing my person, writing letters, posting on our platform, National Working Committee platform, and I adopted the attitude of wait and see. Where there was opportunity to talk to him, I have in my honor. We've had discussion with him, informal discussions, and he never seemed to change. It got to a point where he had the guts to take the National Working Committee and my humble self as chairman to court. That's one of the gravest offenses a member of the party can take. And coming from a National Working Committee member, his colleagues, the other 5 National Working Committee members, took upon him to have a discussion, a passionate discussion. I wasn't there. They didn't ask for advice before they talked to him. They did talk with him, and they found some kind of solution where he gave them an undertaking that, okay, based on the advice, all is over. This is what they reported to me. And at that time, the issue of the court was there. We had been served, and we had a duty to listen to the court and to oblige the invitation for us to go and defend ourselves. In the face of his consultation and advice by his colleagues, he came. He gave us the assurance in writing, and his other 5 colleagues, making 6 of them, signed his note or letter addressed to me as chairman of the National Working Committee, 1, withdrawing his case in court and apologizing for his misdemeanors in terms of behavior towards the National Working Committee. The records are there. It didn't stop there. The public secretary organized a press get-together with him. He appeared there. He apologized there before them, and he assured everybody everything was okay.
Okay,
Chairman, did you hear about him again? It's just about only it's necessary to correct this.
You know, I'm trying
because
to see
it's becoming something like a recurring decimal. And if this is an opportunity, I will make use of this opportunity to share what exactly happened with the general public, rather than him taking his time writing letters to whatever, to what you call it, to the print media or the social media, online media, and that spreads, that goes as if that is what is the truth and the only opinion that should be entertained by the general public.
So Senator Abdullahi Adamu, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, do you think you are being politically vilified? Because some party members have also said, you just said you met with the president. Some have said that you're not in good terms with the president because prior to that primary convention of your party, you were not in support of Bola Tinubu. So how well does that sit with some people who think that you are against the president?
I think that is a soft selling point for you media people. I say it with due respect to all of you. It is true, and I don't take that back. I don't deny the fact that at the time that I made a presentation to the National Working Committee, yes, the name of distinguished senator, Senate President, as he then was, Ahmed Lawan, was proposed for the presidency. That was before the convention. So many things took place between then and the actual date of the convention. And once he was nominated at the convention, unanimously, and I was there, I led the convention as chairman of the party. A day after the convention, we went to I took the entire National Working Committee to his residence in Asokoro here in Abuja and assured him of our support. We assured him we will stay shoulder to shoulder with him. We'll do everything that we can to ensure that this mandate that the party has given him, is sold properly, effectively, to the general public, or the general populace, and the general electorate. We did so when we started the campaigns. We went all around with him. We faced the election. I was privileged to lead the party right up to the end of the election, and we delivered a successful election in favor of our great party, the APC. We are the winners. Now, instead of appreciation, instead of showing understanding and maybe, if you permit the word, even praise for what we've done, rather we're vilified. This is the time for people to say, it's not happening, they want the account. they want the annual, what do you call it, annual accounts of the party, they want this, they want that kind of stuff. I was taken aback because, you see, if nothing else, I expect my fellow countrymen in good faith, no matter their political persuasion, say, yes, at least we led this party to success. Who can't wish that away? We have a president, he's inaugurated, he has commenced his administration, and he has hit the road running. Both well-meaning Nigerians and supporters of the party and our president have been full of praise for the performance of our president. We, as APC, produce him. I have had the privilege of leading that. And I have not had any period of misunderstanding with him since the convention, since he was elected. Now, every political party anywhere in the world, before a convention in a presidential system, you can hold an opinion. Why not? Every one of us is free to so do. But once the party decides this is it, every member of the party, a lower party, follows. And that's the process. We are no exception. That's what happened in Nigeria. But some people decide to make that a soft selling point and something to hit at me as an individual. That's left to them. I know what I'm doing. And for your information, I have enjoyed a good working relationship with President Ahmed Tinubu GSFR since his inauguration to date. In fact, since his election, there's nothing I went to him to talk to that I didn't give his attention or didn't share my thoughts, effectively on whatever matter it is I took before he was chairman of the APC. So these are people who are just trading on gossips, trading on, trying to create bad blood between me and my president. He is more than that. He is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I am privileged to be the chairman of the ruling party today. And between me and you, if I don't accept for any reason my president, I will not hesitate to walk to him and say, Mr. President, sorry, this is my position on so issue. If I disagree with him and he disagrees with me, we fight.
Senator Adamu,
I think it is not fair. It is not fair. Sorry, it is not fair. While I accept the fact that in a democracy like our own, there is freedom of speech. All right? There's freedom of speech. And the media, more than any other person, enjoy that freedom more than any one of us. I was telling a friend of mine the other day that with this kind of pinching Abdullahi over here and pinching Abdullahi over there, I am not in government, in the executive, in the government, nor am I a journalist today. All right? So ordinarily, you compare the sword and the pen. And I don't have any of the two as we talk to you today.
Yes, Senator Abdullahi. Let me jump in here. No.
Senator Adamu, I don't have.
Senator Adamu, I think that's the whole essence why you're here, because you say you have been so vilified. It's not about the media. You need to be heard. And you see, I allow you talk, and I allow you clear the air. Now let's quickly, because we're almost out of time, let's quickly push this. Do you worry, or do you think that there are people within your party who are trying to cause a division? There's a kind of mutiny brewing up in the APC at the moment.
That goes into what I call wishful thinking. That's very speculative. I know that if anything happens to the party, bad thing happens to the party, I will be the first to be sad. I'll be the first because I'm privileged. I've been privileged to lead it for the last 15 months, 16 months. I've been privileged to be the chairman. And I wouldn't want that to happen. I don't have any reason whatsoever to say that I don't want to have any views either than my own, or anybody who does not share my views is my enemy. That's not, I'm more mature than that. At my age, I've seen all of this. I've seen them play in one kind of situation or another over my period, my participation in politics as a student, right, growing up to what I am today. And so I don't have any grudges. The only thing is that you people who have the privilege, whose calling is the one that carries the news or the opinion to the general public, to be fair. to be fair.
And
Instance,
that's why we're having this conversation. I need to push this in, and that's why we're having this conversation.
Yeah. That's okay. All right. Okay. Thank you for inviting me to be on it. But just yesterday, I had a meeting with the state chairman, and one of the issues that came as a matter of courtesy and goodwill, we learned at the meeting that the governor of Ondo was a bit indisposed, or somehow indisposed. And we sympathized and agreed to lead a delegation to the National Working Committee to visit, the state and sympathize with the family, what's going on with his health and the rest of it. We also got news at the meeting that a member, the chairman of one of the APC, I think, APC, he had been kidnapped. This came to us towards the end of the meeting, and we expressed sympathy, and they will send delegation. But behold, one of the papers reported that, the governor of Ondo was extremely and terribly sick. I would never say anything like that. We never did that. There was no pronouncement at all. All right? And how do you explain that? How do I begin to go defending what we say or didn't say in this kind of situation? And there was another report, as I told you, talk of it's the season now is for appointments, patronage as a result of victory. All right? They talk, naturally, they are leaders of the party in the States. They came up, they were that we take the issue before our president to see that at least the party members, chairmen or whatever officials at state level and national level are able to have some opportunity to serve in the cabinet or in other relevant offices in government. All right? And I gave them the assurance that we will work towards that with the president. Let's hope and pray that what we want, it will get through. Behold, if you see the report in one of the papers today, I say something like, it's as if I was casting a passing or doubt on President Tinubu to consider and make sure that the government is far farther away from the truth than that. Now, no paper reported this except one paper, in the light in which it reported, as if I talked to them separately. So you, with all respect, you need to help us, because you have to play according to the rules also, all right? Somehow, you are members of the Fourth Estate, and you are the watchdog of society. Somehow, you can check me, but I can't check you, unfortunately. The only opportunity is to come for this program like this, to defend myself, to defend my leadership, And the only advantage that this is live. I'm being seen, I'm being heard. So there's no way I will deny what I have said. All right. So, but that's not the case with the print media and the social media and the online media. So we like I said, as a chairman of the party, I have neither the sword nor the pen.
So let's see how we wind down on this. You've met the president, and according to you, it was a fruitful conversation. You've also met the governors and the chairpersons of your party. What's the future of your party now?
By the grace of God, we will continue to work stronger and stronger. We will, by the grace of God, start planning that God should take us to the end of this tenure and hope we can get another mandate for another second term for President Ahmed Tinubu, all things being equal. And we do know we're human beings. We do know we make mistakes. We do know we're not perfect. And to that extent, we'll correct ourselves where we've gone wrong. And we'll find a way of reconciling ourselves where there are genuine differences between us. And as a human outfit, APC, like another human organization, is dynamic. Things happen. And anything that happens, there are those who would like to like it, and there are those who would not like it. We can be no exception. We can be no exception. So we will work the best we can, the best circumstances will permit us to do, to be sure that we are able to take necessary steps to ensure that we check on anything that is robbing on the unity in our ranks. If that is the real case, we look around, we look in. I mean, if there are problems, we attend to the problem. But where the problems are fabricated just for purposes of diverting our attention, it doesn't bother me. I've been through this for a while time, and my skin has grown thick enough to take it. I say those every respect at my disposal for those who are listening or watching this program. The APC is here. We will not talk the way the PDP was talking, but we want to assure you that we will take every conceivable step to correct ourselves where we are wrong, and then do perfect our strategies, our plans, to unify the party, in a better way, in a better degree, to a better degree, and to see all things being equal, whether I am here as chairman or not, that the party will go on, because the party is greater than me. With or without Abdullahi, there would be APC. But the fact is, while it is under my watch, I will do everything I can, by the grace of God, to seek the understanding, the collaboration, respect every member of the NWC, every member of the party, and where there are genuine complaints reaching my table, I will do my best to attend to them.
Chairman Abdullahi Adamu, quickly before you go, are you also looking under your watch to bring in some of the G5 members as members of the APC?
Well, the thing I like, one thing about whatever I say about you are very dynamic Nigerian media, Nigerian press. Every good politician wants to add to members of the family of the party. I'm no exception. Our party is no exception. A G5 or whatever name you give them, we were contesting for leadership of this country. They did on their platform, we did on our platform. We have been given victory by God Almighty, and the work we have done, God has blessed it. If they find that for purposes of uniting the country, so getting leadership together to reinforce the purposeness, the purposeful leadership that we are desirous of giving the country, and they want to join us in that spirit, but why not? Would they be most welcome?
Senator Abdullahi Adamu, APC National Chairman, many thanks for speaking with us on Arise Prime Time.